is you interlock the two.
Now stretch them quite as...
Soccer and the...
Quiet, please. In exactly 15 seconds, we'll be on the air.
I felt like a reptile. Like a reptile. I felt like a reptile.
Yeah, we're all good.
Rolling.
Are we in?
Oh,
Nice.
he's nodding to say we're going.
That's it.
I've got
That's
a
all we get.
sunstroke, so.
You're gonna. There's no way you're gonna hold that mic up for the whole thing, are you?
I'm not even holding it now.
No, you're not.
That's it.
You're just talking.
I'll go here. Is that what you want?
No, you gotta talk into it.
Oh, good.
You're holding it like an ice cream now. You gotta hold it like a microphone.
Yesterday, didn't enjoy it.
No.
A microphone. I hold it like this.
The more you
Is that
move
better?
your fingers as well, it was picking up like...
Does it
that
sound
right?
like I'm picking? My fingers aren't
better.
moving.
No.
But as long as I'm not.
Oh, what was that?
This?
Like
Okay. Don't vandalate it.
How's that? Is that working?
Is that okay?
yeah, it's cool.
That sound alright? We're outside today, as you may have noticed if you're watching the video.
We're on
Beautiful
lay-by on
day.
the A303.
It's a beautiful day. We did bring the gloves out though, just so you know it's.
We made a small effort.
A small effort.
We made a small effort.
I don't think we're going to be able to sit out here for the whole hour.
I think we will. I think we can smash it.
We'll see. I'm already too hot.
I am cooking, but I'm
And
kind
little
of
dog's
stubborn.
panting.
Yeah.
But she loves the sun because she's from Vegas. But I have bought an emergency umbrella in case, not in case it rains,
No.
in case we can't stand it anymore. And the other thing that's going to be really fun is that, well, you'll be able to watch the raptors. Anytime a wasp goes near them, they have a fucking meltdown.
Or butterfly, or leaf,
Anything.
or like a dandelion clock, anything. They've got great twitch reaction.
Got a fast reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean it worked well in the boxing
Right.
test at the weekend with Kid Mystery's jab.
Oh, yeah.
That's from getting rid of butterflies.
Came in and smashed the record.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that's what he'd been training for on the speedball all week in my
Yeah.
gym.
Took the record.
I didn't
and shit it,
realise he
mate.
was like, all this time in his head, he was like, I'm going for that BodyPower record.
all day, man.
Yeah.
We're good doing it as well.
So we're kind of playing vacation day today, aren't we? Holiday day.
We're trying.
Holiday day.
Yeah, we're trying, but we've still got this. We've still got a van full of stuff.
We have still got a van full of stuff. BodyPower was
Man,
good,
dude.
right?
Yeah, it was good.
Exhausted.
I am. Not only am I exhausted, the thing is, there's like 4 days that have gone now, just in the blink of an eye. But I'm also full of guilt from my friend Mark. Shout out to Mark, who gave us a hand on Thursday last minute to take a van full of stock down. Because he helped us out, ended up getting 2 passes for him and his brother Richard. So then they had to deliver your books. Your books, we messed up on the order, so they ended up at my house on Friday night, so we could bring them Saturday.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Yeah.
You say we. That was very kind of you.
I'll give you that. Yeah,
No, it was
we've all been busy.
my fault. I forgot to order them.
So off they go, and I had to leave early to get back to the event or the expedition.
The expedition.
Shout out for the expedition
Yeah.
and the Sherpas. So
I should fill people in on that.
do you want to fill
just
people
before.
in real quick?
Well, there was a chap that interviewed me, a really nice guy, but he didn't call it an expo.
No.
He called it an expedition, and
I was desperate to
It
see
was-
2 Sherpas turn up behind you. Like, if we
Could
go
you
this way,
imagine?
Mr. Harding, it's the safest
Yeah.
pass.
yeah, train of oxen behind
Yeah,
him, all
yeah.
loaded up.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. What you were saying?
So they did me a massive favour on Thursday, took me down there, set it all up. Absolute, like the biggest favour I could have asked for. And so they got a couple of passes, and then they had to drop your books off. So in they came, dropped the books off. Everything was good. They had a wicked day. Hung around the stand for a little bit, and then they bounced. And it was only this morning when I was dropping Libby off at school that his wife came over and went, "All right." I was like, "Uh-oh."
Oh no.
Everything good? She's like, "Yeah." You heard what happened to Richard's truck? And I was like, "No, mate, no." She went, "He wrote it off in the NEC."
Joking.
And I was like, "Oh."
After he delivered the books.
After he delivered the books, but that's from the 2 free ticket karma, isn't it?
That does-
It's like, you got free tickets. Parking's only 16 quid.
What was he doing? Donuts?
I don't know.
How do you flip a truck?
Well, he went round an island and apparently it just started raining. And I think he was driving very sensibly. And the back end, he lost the back end on a 4-wheel drive. It went out, back in again, and then hit the lamppost, which apparently, Mark has confirmed for me now, are sturdy as fuck.
You would think that
Yeah.
a truck like that would have mowed over a lamppost, but
Yeah.
no.
So-
You know, there was a time actually, but the difference is I was in Vegas, and it very rarely rains in Vegas, and when it does, all the roads get really slick and
I can
oily
imagine.
because there's a build-up of pollution
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff on the roads. And I was just coming out of the gym one day, and it was kind of a slope down as I made a left turn into the road, and I was literally going 15 miles an hour, and it was like this slow turn. As I started to turn left, the whole truck just started spinning. Just did this nice gentle pirouette. I felt like it needed some Swan Lake in the background, you know. Da, 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 da,
Just as it's going, just missing things by inches.
Yeah, just slow motion. It
Just you
happened once.
inside.
Yeah, it happened once in my new Land Rover. Well, say new. The car my dad used to drive.
Oh, really?
And I'd bought it off him, and I was psyched. It was a wicked car. Land Rover Freelander it was.
Okay.
First day out, it was sometime in December, and it had snowed, and it was frosty.
4-wheel drive.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
And it was the same circumstance. I've never done a fast spin in a car. It's always been slow
always
motion spin,
gentle.
and I've always been just missing traffic as I'm doing it. Don't need that shit.
Hi. Pleased to meet you. No, man. My friend spun his Porsche. He got he's a gardener, and he found a Porsche in someone's barn.
I was going to say, he's a gardener and he spun his Porsche. I'm thinking,
Yeah,
what
it's
kind of
kinda-
gardening's he
Yeah,
doing?
he's doing high-end gardening.
Yeah, hydroponic
best
gardening.
green, yeah.
I was going to say.
And
Oh, yeah, he's a gardener.
he's a gardener.
Really? It's
Yeah.
a nice Porsche.
He knows all about chem dogs. And he gets this Porsche, and he was doing it up, and it was one of the old pop-up eye ones, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah,
frog eye
yeah,
ones,
yeah,
but it's the
yeah.
square 9914, whatever it was. I don't know. And he's quite a conservative driver normally. He went from like an Escort to this Porsche just because he found it and he did it up. So we went out for this run and hammered it. It was amazing, doing donuts in these car parks, being proper hooligans and shitbags. We were only young. And next minute, I went to see him about, I don't know, a week later, and I was like, yo, we're going out in the Porsche again. He's like, I sold it. I was like, what? He says, yeah, sold it, it's gone. He nearly killed himself. Went up onto the A38, went up a slip road, spun the car twice, missed everyone, shit his pants and drove it home.
Yeah,
He's like,
put it on sale straight away.
Yeah, never again. Yeah, literally never again.
Yeah. So, what are we talking about first?
It's up to you, man.
BodyPower.
It's strange to hear people talk without saying like this. You're right, Dan.
I know.
You're
Birmingham.
my hero.
It's such a strange accent. I don't understand. They're like 45-minute drive away from us, and they sound completely different.
Yeah, and it's really drawn out. Everything they're saying to you. The security
Lovely
guards.
to see you.
Yeah. Hello, man. Can you jump over that barrier? Nope. I have not got the energy for this, my dude. They must be bored as shit sat in them
Oh,
little
yeah.
security guard booths. There's a couple of guys, proper sound. Like, we greased the wheels a little bit the first day because we had to get in the back
Grease
door.
the wheels.
And Wad...
Not cash. Not
no,
cash.
Wad pulled up and we're like, all right, can we get in there? And they were like, nah, exhibition's in now. And I was like, okay.
Expedition.
The expedition's set off. You've missed it. We're like, fucking hell, we just need to get in. I've got a load of stuff we want to get to the stand. He's like, yeah, it's gone, mate. I was like, how's a t-shirt do you? He's like, yeah, love it. Barrier, straight up. In we went. We gave him a sticker as
Easy
well.
bribes,
Yeah,
easy
fucking
bribes.
hell. So I thought it was good for like, all weekend. Turn up on the third day to get my free parking. Pulled up and old fucking Jerry's gone, hasn't he? I've got Kevin now.
no.
Kevin didn't have a t-shirt. He didn't care. I
Didn't
couldn't
want
get
a
in no
shirt.
more. No, he didn't give two fucks. I was like, what about a t-shirt? And he's like, yeah, I'm wearing one. I was like, no. I'm going to hook you up, bro. He's like, nah, you got to go that way, mate.
Can't be bribed.
Yeah, so that was it.
That'd be a good way of recruiting police officers, like a good first phase.
Imagine.
See if we can bribe them to let
Just
us in a car
stand them on
park.
the NEC barriers. If you don't shoot yourself in the brain, then you can have a job as a police officer. It must be boring as shit.
It was a long weekend though, wasn't it?
Fucking, I am absolutely bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to try and take a day off tomorrow, so if orders are a tiny bit late,
Yeah, it's
we
completely
need to
my
rest.
fault. It's
We
completely
need to
my
rest.
fault.
I was late for the gym today, late for sparring this morning.
Man, I was so
I
glad
was
you were.
surprised to see the Raptors there though. I thought they were going to tap out.
No.
They said they were so keen to go on Monday morning and train amongst the squad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a privilege. you know.
It was respect because I got my gear
Didn't know
together.
we were going to show up.
I luckily got saved by my wife because I needed to collect Ben from his haircut.
Right.
So
That was convenient.
yeah, and to be fair,
Had
he
his
has been
haircut
cut
on Saturday as well.
Yeah, it was done on
Weird.
Saturday. Man, I'm putting all my stuff in my bag, just thinking this is gonna hurt like fuck. And luckily, I got there and you were in jeans, and I was like, that'll do.
You know what? It's amazing how many more people show up for training since Jimmy broke his hand.
Yeah, for real.
Like
Fuck
the
that.
mat's full.
Yeah.
Because they know they don't have to spar Jimmy Warhead.
Mate, yeah, forget that. Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Yeah,
right?
guys are looking good though, aren't they? We've got Dan Hepworth fighting
He's
this
fighting
weekend.
this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to cornering again, or being backstage, and it's just weird. It's weird not being there in a broadcast capacity.
Yeah, I
know?
can imagine. I suppose it's like when you went to Bellator the other day.
Got some noisy neighbours I have, man.
They are,
Aren't they?
Youths.
Rowdy.
Or
Rowdy.
Youth.
You watched the fights this weekend?
I did.
Oh, Polaris.
Well, yeah. Should we do body power?
Let's do body power.
Then talk about
how do
fights.
we do body power? I feel like we've done body power.
Yeah, we
I feel
really
like
have
we
done
did it this weekend.
I think we need to.
It's
give
a weird place, man.
Do we need to give a shout?
It's
out
a
to few
weird
people?
place. I think we need to give a shout out to Kid Mystery and his swivel head. He was like the fucking Exorcist. Did you see him?
That
Like the
video
amount of- there
has
was-
to go up on Instagram.
It does. We know we're going to drop it into this video, and Kid Mystery's going to have to edit it himself.
Edit him. Yeah, but you can.
It
edit
concerns me
yourself
that you're
better.
having to take the headphones off when we're talking into the mic and you're doing the sound check.
Is that bad?
No, I was just trying to understand what you're on about.
Oh, you
Well,
couldn't
but,
hear it through the mics?
but you can't hear it through the mic.
Yeah, I zoned out looking at your tattoos.
Thanks, mate.
I was
Thanks.
joining the dots. I've not even got tattoos on my leg.
The video of you with your swivel head at Body Power,
Well, should we
licking
give
your
it-
lips.
should we
and
give it a
nodding.
bit of context?
Right. Okay.
Should we give it-
yeah,
should-
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is this where we drop the green room one-on-one
Oh, with John
private
Jones.
viewing with John Jones?
The photo of Kid Mystery getting choked out by him.
Gold, right?
I love it. I love it.
Well, we got the call, didn't we? Go over
Well,
and see. So
yeah.
we're already jonesing. We're already happy to be there. And then next minute we turn around, and Shark Patrol is out.
Yeah.
Mystery Shark Patrol. It was just
Standing there with his camera.
Yeah, because
like,
do we need to set the scene?
where do I go out a shot? Is my hand out a shot here?
No.
It's not.
Oh, you
Is
want
my hand
it?
out a shot here? Can you see me? Like he's standing there like that, and he's got the camera, and he's going.
Oh right.
Like he's got this little Quagmire
It
rock
was,
in his hip as
it
well.
was a cross between Quagmire
Giggity.
and Matthew
Oh,
McConaughey
it was
on
bad.
Dazed and Confused.
Alright.
All right. I love college girls. I keep getting older, they stay the same age. And he just gave that knowing nod. But the scene needs to be set as far as body power.
Biting his bottom lip.
For real, yeah.
Gross.
The body power thing, if you've never been, there's a lot of people that are carrying invisible carpet.
Everyone's wrapped in lycra.
Full tilt
It's full
lycra.
of
There's
juice.
there's a lot of leggings. I don't know what it is about bums, but they're hungry for lycra, and they're just like nom 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 nom, and they pull the leggings in real tight. And I'm talking about dudes and betties. I'm not just talking about ladies. I'm not just perving, but
Oh,
that
yeah,
all the
everybody.
leggings are in all the cracks. And so you've got the whole Tangerine Squad carrying invisible carpet. You've got ladies with lycra, let's say the leggings cost 35 quid. There's 27 up their arse. And they're just mooching about. And then you've got a queue, which is about a mile long, of people trying to win an energy drink.
Oh, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Spin a wheel and win a can of something.
Yeah.
Spent 25 minutes in the line.
Yeah.
I'd rather. Oh, anyway.
You could have worked for 25 minutes, earned the quid it cost, and bought it. But then it was backfiring. Like, we were stood there with Danny. He's like, that dude's just won a crate. Fucking regrets that, doesn't he?
Yeah. Now he's like carry it around all day.
Walking
It
around.
was like 10:30 in the morning.
strong
Got it on
arming
his
a
arse.
fucking crate of energy drinks.
You know, I thought I was going to win a trip to Antigua or something.
Anything.
No,
Yeah. Free parking.
you would have thought at times that they were running around the Raptors. The girls were running around the Raptors in circles. There, the speed their heads was spinning at.
Yes. Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It's amazing they got any work done the weekend.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if Leon Edwards passed it on to
beautiful.
Mystery.
It was
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the nod.
Yeah.
The nod and the
All
lip.
right.
All right.
I don't know if it was Leon Edwards that passed it on to Mystery or Mystery passed it on to Leon Edwards, but when we were bouncing through at one point, we left our stand, and there was one, what word shall I use? Voluptuous female.
Voluptuous.
Yeah.
That's a new word.
That she
You mean
had worked some magic lycra.
Hang on. I need to know whether you did that on purpose or by accident.
What, voluptuous?
It's voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
But I quite like
Voluptuous.
voluptuous.
Yeah, the lumps or the lady lumps. You like the lady lumps.
Voluptuous.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's like
Put it
onomatoppoeia.
there.
It's
Put it there.
onomatopoeia.
Put it there as I do that.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous.
Yeah, that's good. So anyway, this lady looked like Right Said Fred were kissing in her leggings, and it just made her bum cheeks. And I turned around, and Leon Edwards was inspecting the leggings. I don't know if he was there on like a special privileged day job. It was on official business. This isn't just perv. He was fully checking out and making sure the leggings were standing up to the test of like the stretch. So yeah, we gave him a quick fist bump. But I don't know if he passed that on to Mystery, and then Mystery just sent like he'd consumed the soul of the leggings.
I didn't even see that, to be honest.
You missed that?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was
probably would have
voluptuous.
inspired me to have gone further.
Yeah.
First person with his shirt off though. That was funny, wasn't it?
That was impressive.
Friday
That
afternoon,
was
you got
impressive.
this whole hall full of juice heads and meat heads and these
Built
buff
like
guys.
Doritos.
It's a butterfly, man. Chill. Everyone saw that. That's why we've got the
Yeah,
rap to
he's
go.
going to Photoshop
Everyone
like
saw
a
that.
pterodactyl or something coming in. Like, not the pterodactyl again.
That would be funny.
Oh man.
Oh shit, his cup's been ruined. What'd you catch?
Green fly.
It's still alive.
Save it
Yeah, I did.
for later for dinner.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so there was all the Dorito dudes walking around, weren't they? Johnny Bravo. Hey, Johnny Bravo. Does, taking special supplements, does it affect your skin and hairline in any way? And I'm not throwing shade, because as you can tell, I don't take a lot of supplements, but there seems to be, now my friend used to use the term BOBFOC, which is body off Baywatch, face off crime watch. I don't know if you've used that term.
haven't used that term.
But there was a lot of that when you're walking behind people and they were stacked out, and then they turn around and it's like someone's grabbed their ponytail and pulled the whole features back. You're like, yo! I don't know if it has an adverse effect.
Like they got the head out of a Formula 1 car.
Yeah. That one dude looked like he had 37 nipples on each side.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are they?
Maybe he's breastfeeding.
A lot of
Yeah,
puppies.
it was a weird place. It was a weird place. We had like this bastion of sanity where our mats were.
Yes.
Where all the
Behind the
grapplers
cage.
and the martial
Yeah.
artists flocked to. Polaris was awesome.
Outstanding, man.
We had two tournaments, one the Friday night and one on the Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, and we videoed all of it, so the Raptors will be getting them up on our YouTube channel
Yeah.
soon. They were awesome matchups.
Even if you know the results, it's
Dude.
well worth tuning in, man.
And
Well
like,
good.
and if, especially on the Saturday, if you'd have lined all those competitors up, you wouldn't have been able to pick out the winner.
I guarantee it.
There's no way.
No.
Because one of the guys was, what is he, 6 foot something? Adam, 6 foot?
Easy.
7?
6'9" he was.
Easy
6'9".
7 foot 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ridiculous.
How is he not on Game of Thrones?
And he immediately got paired up with the smallest
the
guy.
smallest guy.
And the smallest guy literally didn't phase him
No.
one bit. He's just walking around getting ready. And he was the biggest hype guy there, because he had a Palace tracksuit on. I don't know if you know this, because it's all streetwear. He had a Palace tracksuit on. He had a pair of off-white Air Force One kicks. He had a Supreme Snappy. I was like, yo, this guy knows
Came ready.
how to dress. Yeah, for real. He looked good. And then unfortunately lost. And I was like, oh, do you want to sell your tracksuit?
Yeah, but the thing he got caught with though, because Adam was using a lot of rubber guard, and then he'd managed to trap. I can't remember his opponent's name. He managed to trap his arms like he was going for a dead orchard, if I remember.
Yeah.
And then the guy threw his leg over to try and escape the
He
triangle.
bent his own leg.
And then and
Mate,
it was like a
well,
hip.
Daniel Strauss stood there and he was like,
What? Yeah.
the stash, half stash.
Yeah.
I said, we're going to have to
Looks
copyright.
good.
We're going to have to trademark his
Looks
stash.
like he's been struck by lightning because it's starting to come through his eyebrow as
It's
well.
outstanding. And I said, we're going to have to do a logo of just the stash, and then it just creeps round the side.
I thought he had cotton wool coming out his leg.
How long has he had that cotton wool there for? 22 years. So yeah, he didn't even know that he was going to tap, did he?
No, he didn't, because he didn't know what was going on. Neither did we.
He just got squashed.
It was beautiful. We're going to do a collaboration podcast with the Raspberry Ape at some point.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, we're going to do the Raspberry Reptile
Oh, that'd be good.
and do it like quarterly or something.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, that'll all be up on the YouTube channel soon. And also Open Mat on Sunday morning, BT Open Mat. It should be up by now, hopefully. And if it's not, we've got a load of good videos to drop. We've got a wicked interview with John Jones that we did. Really open and honest interview. It was about 30 minutes long, I think.
Yeah.
And he was just kind of talking about where he was at and what he thought of the division and the heavyweight division, and fascinating. He said right after, he was like, you got some sound bites out of me. You
Yeah,
got some
for real.
headlines.
Yeah, and to be fair, there's a few we can't release.
Well, not yet.
But there are other ones that are definitely coming out. I think for me, I mean, knowing John was there all weekend was nice. My wife said to me, you gonna go and see John Jones? You gonna go and queue up? And I was like, no, John will come to me.
He put some graft in though,
Luckily,
didn't he?
did. Fuck me, did he?
He
Yeah,
met
he literally was
Hundreds
there
of people.
on the stand all day, every day. I think it was Sunday, he came out at 2, which you can't really grumble at. But
Yeah.
he stayed, and then we were quite fortunate because we met the owner's wife or girlfriend of the stand that he was at. And we were breaking the mats down, and obviously everyone's exhausted, just putting everything away and getting it all packed up. And she walked past, she goes, he's let more in, hasn't he? He's just let more in. I was like, oh, yo. And I think they'd met a deadline. And because John saw there was more people there.
Oh, he just let them come in.
And he was like, come on, man,
Yeah,
carry
man,
on.
that's solid.
And he was spending time with people as well. He was spending a lot of time with
Spent a
everyone.
bit of time with Charlie Lewis Perry. Did you see that the Raptors were the ones that grabbed that footage?
I love that
it. Was
it was
like
the
as soon
Raptors.
as they saw a T-Rex walking through the expo, they were like,
Yeah.
he's going to pick a fight with another T-Rex.
We
and
need
they
to
followed
film
along.
him.
Like, run along after him. Clever girl.
Yeah. I feel kind of conflicted though because I spoke to Chai on, was it Friday?
Yep.
One of the nicest guys I've ever met in the sport. Proper humble, dead down to earth, really interesting. We had a wicked chat for a good, I don't know, half an hour. Obviously I was doing a lot of talking, as you'd expect. But it was really nice to catch up with him, really nice to meet him. And obviously he'd had this bit of beef with John. And I've met John Jones before, but not the way we did on Sunday. And then next minute, I met John and I was like, oh, yo, I know you know how to play the game. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but he's got to turn something on for 3 days to be able to stand and talk to people.
It's exhausting. It is.
Yeah, for real. So my experience was really good. But then I've got pictures on my Instagram of like, oh, I've got Chai there. He's a proper sound dude. I'll put a picture up and be like, yo, Chai, fucking respect. Thanks, mate. And the next one will be, yo, John, we're bros. And it's like, oh, I feel a bit bad doing that.
No, what you should do is you should put the one of Chai up and then post a video of Chai scrapping with John.
Then put
and
John
then
up,
put the one.
remember
of John
me? Yeah. And they'll be like, dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you in Vegas,
What are you, a
motherfucker.
matchmaker?
Yeah. Yeah, soon fuck me off.
What else about BodyPower do you want to talk about? Are you all good with that? The green shirts were wicked, weren't they?
Green shirts
People were
came out
loving them.
really nice. I've got a couple left that I might put up on the website. I'll see what we're going to do. I might do a bit of an exclusive online.
I might rob them.
Yeah, well, you can rob as many as you want, my dude. We've got RDX to thank.
Oh, dude, yeah.
RDX, Marshall Mats.
Marshall Mats, yeah, they bailed us out. They saved us when we the original mat supplier
Yeah.
exited the building when
Yeah.
he realised it was an expedition.
They ran real quick, and they're probably at the top of a mountain somewhere, just like 150 square meters of mats. You'd be like, fucking hell.
Yeah,
I showed up.
Marshall Mats.
Marshall
came
Mats helped
with a
out,
big
man.
van, 150 mats.
Yeah, and did awesome.
Help us lay them out. We had the whole weekend. It was awesome, and then he came back and picked them up.
Yeah.
I want those mats though, because I want to do more of those Polaris qualifiers.
They were interesting, man, and I think when you've got that kind of contact, it's gold.
Yeah.
He came through above and beyond. Same as, I'm just trying to think who we need to mention. There was Gary.
Oh, the Clyde built
Gary
guys
Young,
as
is it?
well.
Gary Young Boxing,
Yeah,
and
Andrew
Clyde
Usher.
built Andrew Usher.
Yeah.
Who else? RDX, obviously.
I want to talk about the fights.
I want to talk about the fights as well, but the one last thing I want to say about
Go on
BodyPower
then.
was Faye.
Oh yeah, she was awesome.
Faye the Grenade.
Is that her nickname?
Faye the Grenade.
How old is she? 12?
I don't know, man.
13.
She would
13.
beat the
That's
fuck out of most of us.
Dude, she was good.
Yeah, really, really good.
We were filming open mat, and I looked over, and she's kicking hell out the bag. She's got like one side of her head shaved, like
She's like
Tank
JoJo,
Girl, and she's
yeah.
like, yeah, just like JoJo.
Yeah,
Her hands were swollen up.
Were they?
Yeah,
What,
she
from
was-
hitting the bag?
Yeah, she was going in hard.
Lunatic.
she don't fuck around, man.
I should have given up some RDX gloves.
Yeah, well, she's
have
got
to-
some
we'll
gear.
have to sort that out.
Yeah, we
We'll
hooked
sort
up.
that out.
I think we need a Faye the Grenade Warriors.
I think she's
Full
already.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
full Reptile Warrior, new signing.
I
You've
think
heard it
she's
here
actually
first.
already got a sponsor.
I don't
with
care.
RDX.
I'm sending her
Well,
a t-shirt.
oh, is she?
Oh, with RDX? I thought you were about to say t-shirt, but like, no, I'll put this one over
No,
the top.
I think so because they follow her, they like her pics, and she posts about them. And
Right,
so I assume so at least.
Well, I hope they sent us some kit then, because
Yeah, she's
she's
a
awesome.
absolute prospect. So that was good. And we had a few people that listened to the podcast that we need to
We
say
did.
hello
That was
to.
awesome.
Max,
yeah.
Max and Ravi, I think it's Ravi. He's currently sporting a custom exclusive one-of-a-kind bum bag,
Oh, nice. Fanny pack.
fanny pack,
Packed.
because he tried to steal it from me and ended up paying a premium for the experience. And he looks good with it, man.
Did you
So-
sell him the bubble wrap in it as well?
completely.
That Mystery had in
Yeah,
theirs?
I did us all a bum bag for the weekend, and I put pin badges on it. I loaded it up so it looked really good.
For essentials.
Yeah,
Camera film, batteries,
just
snacks.
cool shit. Chewits.
Oh, we
you name
got PhD nutrition.
Yeah,
They're gonna send us some bars for the Raptors, because we realised at the weekend the Raptors don't eat,
at all.
and then they get really hungry, and then they want to train when the mat's empty,
Yeah.
and then the blood sugar crashes, and they're both just passed out on the floor.
And then dropping a goat in at that point doesn't help fuck all, does it?
It doesn't. No.
fuck that.
No.
Say
They've not got the
both.
energy for it, huh?
You say both.
Yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah, I'm alright. usually.
Well, yeah, yes. Slim's kind of got it together.
Slim's flexing like, whoa. Blood shot. I'm fucking roll now. I'm fucking fine now.
But the thing, yeah, Mystery for sure. He just passes out. He goes like a waxy colour, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to pass out.
I
and
spent
puke.
half the weekend worried about him because he was fine, but at the same time I was like, yo, you good? He's like, I'm fine, all right. I'm fucking fine. And you know what it's like when you're breathing out your arsehole.
Yeah.
But there was, who did we have?
Well, they're going to send us some bars, so every time the Raptors get hungry, we can throw them one.
Chuck them over.
Keep them entertained during the podcast.
Temperature needs to cool down. My phone's
Yeah,
blowing
dude, I
up.
told you. I'm feeling exactly the same. I've got that flashing up in my eyeballs right now. Temperature overheating. I've got.
Okay.
If we're going to start talking about UFC, I'm putting my umbrella up.
Yeah, do that, and then we can go back to BodyPower because there's a couple of people that I asked a specific
Oh, more?
question to. No, just the people that are listening to this.
What questions from them?
Yes, or ones that we hit them up with that I'm going to hit you up with.
Watch this. Oi.
Is that enough for
Look
both
at
of
that.
us?
Isn't that beautiful? No, it's beautiful.
It's
There
for
we go.
you.
How's that?
Fucking
Did that
perfect.
fuck up the camera shot?
No,
Oh, hang
I
on.
think it did.
Mystery's going to check. That's nice.
Is that all right?
Are you in shade?
You're just dark now.
Oh, wait.
Well, it looks like you are, but you probably not.
Well, they can still hear us saying shit, can't they?
Yeah, of
course they can.
We're cooking here.
So what we're saying, UFC, I only managed to catch
You're not
3
under this,
fights.
are you?
No, don't worry, I'm all right.
You're
at the minute.
good?
Yeah,
All
muscle
right,
through.
scoot over if you need to.
Yeah. I caught up because obviously you stayed up Saturday night.
I did. I don't know how. I got through yesterday. I was spent by yesterday. I got home, I walked in and I just stood in the kitchen and just stared into space for like 10 minutes. I think I had a micro nap.
Yeah.
I had a little micro nap.
I think I
don't
them between
remember it.
junctions.
I don't remember the drive home actually.
No,
I think
not
I
at
had
all.
micro napped all the way.
Yeah.
I think Waze might have taken over.
Yeah. Luckily, because now I've got that automatic, I just sat there, put my feet under the chair, put it on cruise control. I was like, take me home, please. It's horrible. But yeah, it was weird because I had to get up first thing Sunday. I was up about 6:30, 7, so I could catch up on Anderson, Jose, and...
Because you didn't want spoilers at BodyPower.
Fuck me. The first person that came up to me was like, oh man, can you believe that Rose got put on her head? I was like, fuck off. He still did it with more charisma than fucking Dominic Cruz, but at the same time, it was a kick in the tits, man. And I'd seen it.
Did you see that comment on one of the videos? Is it the last episode? Someone put a comment saying that you've ruined Dominic Cruz's commentary because every time he listens to it, he thinks about you bitching about him.
Oh man, yeah, but look at it. There was 2 things I picked out. I wasn't going to pick on him, but you've already brought it up. Jose is in there looking like not the Jose that we know, and he's like, oh my god, this crowd erupts whenever he taps him. Jose kicks him. Woo. Nothing. I was like, that was on cue, and Jose did it on purpose, which was a bit cruel. And then when Rose had been slammed on her head, Evan Tanner, Tito Ortiz style,
Yeah.
he went, see, she should have gone for the switch. That's what happens when you hang on. It's like, yo!
Get excited,
Yeah,
man.
just please get excited and explain that.
I wonder
but
what does make him excited. Oh, hang on. Mystery's trying to waft a...
What?
Dude, that doesn't have teeth or a stinger.
No.
It doesn't have teeth or a stinger. The only thing it can do is fly at your eyeball really fast.
Yeah. And make you go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No. Wonder what makes Dominic Cruz
That thing
excited.
behind you, though, watch that out. Hey.
Yeah, that dragon. Rygor the dragon's back.
Rygor the dragon's behind you. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Rygor.
Oh,
Dude,
but
if we
yeah,
didn't have
poor
the van
guy,
this weekend, we'd have been screwed.
Fully screwed.
Did you see how loaded it was last night before I left?
I don't know how much time you spent on Tetris as a kid.
Awesome. I am so good at Tetris.
Literally, it was
I'm
like
even better at Rygor van Tetris.
It was like an 8-bit like cartoon of bum, ba-da, bum, ba-da, bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, bum, 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 ba-da-na-na-na. Off he went. Everything's just going on. I was like, oh, this is good.
Stacking strawberries in the back.
Fully left him to it.
Yeah. I know that game.
Yeah,
I
it's
used to play
good.
it. Was it Tutti Frutti or something like that?
Yeah.
On the Amstrad.
Yeah, that's it. But me and Wad were breaking down mats. The 2 smallest people there were just slamming these mats out. And gets to the end, the very end, Ewan, shitbag, came over and there was about 3 mats left. And Ewan was part of Clyde built. Lovely guy, came over and looked like he was about to pick up the last mat. I was like, you fucking dare. It's like that person at Christmas that holds the last piece of the puzzle. You know, when you've done a jigsaw puzzle as a family, it's like, where's the last bit? And someone goes, nailed it.
Yeah.
Fuck you. So yeah, he didn't do that for us, bless him, but we got the mats out of there.
Yeah.
Fucking hot. So anyway, Dominic Cruz,
the
what gets
umbrella's
him
up now.
excited?
The
What
umbrella's
gets
up.
Dom Cruz excited?
What does get Dominic Cruz excited?
Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber's chin, I think. Off the record. Just edit that.
Can't do.
No,
Can't
don't.
do.
Oh,
We've got a no edit policy.
Yeah, fuck it.
Whatever
right.
you say,
Yeah.
you're liable to.
And I mean it,
stand
actually.
up
I
again.
genuinely think that Uriah Faber's chin gets him excited.
Maybe. What about the fights? What
Okay.
about Rose?
I thought she looked
awesome
lightning.
in the first round.
She looked outstanding. And they were getting jonesed about how fast she was and how good she was looking. But I don't know. It's one of them freak things. And I just felt heartbroken for her. But when I heard her speak afterwards, and it felt like a massive weight had been lifted, I was like, I think maybe she bounces for a couple of years. Maybe you see her back, maybe not. She's not got some bad money. She's not got a lavish lifestyle. She's not the type of person that's going and renting Lamborghinis and stuff. So I think she's grown up with not a lot, and she's used to having what she's got, and she's got a happy life. She's got a happy life.
She seems very content with a lot.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
good, yeah.
Like she didn't want to be champion because of the financial implications of being a world champ.
She wanted to prove it and then be like,
Yeah,
this is wank.
that was the feeling
Innit?
I got. It was
Yeah.
like that she wanted to just kind of ride it till the wheels fell off,
Yeah.
and then she was done.
Yeah, and I think even like with Joanna, have you seen the latest animation of Roses playing the piano?
No.
It's all right, man. But then Joanna comes in, I'm like, yo, I don't think Joanna's really got a place near Rose. Rose beat her twice.
Yeah.
I like Joanna, don't get me wrong.
But Joanna's got a win over Jessica Andrade.
I can see Rose, Joanna getting it back easier that way.
Yeah.
Than off Rose.
You reckon? What's up? Are you dealing with insect
Something
problems?
landed on me.
Was it? You just bashed it off.
It
there.
was
You
a
see that?
hawk.
You see that mystery? You see that courage that he had there? Just bashed it off his shoulder. Fuck it.
He can't stand up there because he shit his
That's
pants.
his jiu-jitsu.
He got a fly in a Kimura. Easy. Fly tap.
What about the other fights on the card? Anderson Silva.
I was a bit gutted because I think Cannonier was getting warmed up. I think Anderson, there was a couple of flashes of old school Anderson.
Yeah.
He was looking, he did a couple of spins.
I
Not
think-
a lot afterwards, but
Yeah.
it's time, man.
That's not a kick that his body would have had a problem with a few years ago.
No. And he went down like a fucking heavy
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no getting back up. It was a good stoppage by the referee. There was no point in him taking any more shots.
No.
He wasn't even going to be able to stand back up.
No.
Yeah.
No, so it was an interesting fight.
That's it though, innit? It's got to be.
I hope so, man. But the
It's
thing
gotta
is,
be.
I think he wants to finish on a win.
Yeah, but it's 44. He's just taken a knee injury, which may or may not need surgery, but he's going to need at least 6 months out, I would say.
Do you ever think you'd see him in like Bellator or someone like that?
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not, but I think like there's some fighters that are fully committed and have always said
Yeah.
this is it. Like I don't know, Matt Hughes. There's a few people there that have always said, "Oh, this is it. I
Like
want to stay."
brand
here."
UFC.
Yeah,
As I sit here with the fucking
yeah,
UFC
the
umbrella.
on in your pants. But
My pants.
you put Reebok pants on this one, the UFC ones.
How do you know that?
I was watching.
When I was getting ready.
I've got cameras now.
All right.
The Raptors help me out.
You have to give me that key. Oh, of course they fucking do. I'm
I
under
can
surveillance.
nod when you put your pants on. All right.
I'm under surveillance.
Yeah, for real.
You know, it was quite funny today. We were at the gym, and someone got dropped this morning at the gym with a head kick. I won't
They
say
did.
who it was. I won't embarrass him.
No.
But it was just like they were play sparring, and he was getting a bit lazy. He was slipping to the side and dropping his hand, and the guy was fighting. The guy was sparring. The guy was sparring with
Yeah.
Sharp.
Real sharp.
Caught him slipping onto a head kick and dropped him.
Yeah.
And immediately Jimmy Warhead's on the CCTV camera thing
With his
on
fat
the app,
trucker
yeah, on the app, rewinding it and playing it over again and laughing at him.
Yeah. Look at this.
Oh,
Look
man.
at this.
Dickhead. Slipped onto a kick.
Iron sharpens
Laughing stock of the gym.
Iron sharpens
Dickhead.
iron, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It's meant to be.
Jimmy's brick though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jimmy's breeze block.
Something like
We need
that.
to figure out a way of attaching this mic to this umbrella, so it can be one thing.
And
that'd be
we're
quite
going to
cool.
need that in Vegas.
Oh, I might do.
Just a brolly mic.
We're walking around with a UFC umbrella in Vegas.
I'll be taking
That's
people's
proper
eyes
dickhead,
out. though.
isn't
I'm
it?
not very tall, so it's just
Not that my Vegas visor's not proper dickhead. I would be wearing that.
murky.
This might be a bit much.
I think
It is nice though, isn't it?
Or we could get the ones you used to get at Owen Towers as a kid, you know, which has got a piece of elastic with an umbrella on your head.
Yeah,
Double
we're gonna get
dickhead.
Mystery a baseball cap with a propeller on it, so he can charge his camera batteries while he's walking around.
Dirt cat. So he can look like Gonzo off the Muppet Makers.
he's gonna he'll be an electric wind turbine on the top of his head.
If he goes too fast, though, he's taking off, man. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Funny, how did he die? Funny story.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't
If he's wearing flip flops, we can't keep him down. He has to wear something heavier on his feet.
diving boots.
I can't fucking wait for Vegas, man.
Mate, me neither.
Dude,
Absolutely.
I
buzzing.
sat. This is how tired I was from the weekend. I sat down next to John Jones and I turned to him. I'm like, You coming to International Fight Week?
I've kind of got to.
He looks at me like, no, I think I missed that one. Dickhead.
I didn't know whether to put.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether to put that in our edit or not.
Oh,
so I
no.
left it out.
No, we'll leave that out. I'll embarrass myself on the podcast,
it's
but we
on
don't
here,
need the evidence.
We don't need it on BT.
I've been up for
4 days.
I don't know, yeah. Too long.
Just 4
I stayed up to watch the fights because I had to keep notes ready for open mat in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
I buffed up on the main 3 just in case they needed someone with
You did.
Tourette's, but luckily they were all right. They were okay.
Yeah.
I don't think half the audience.
Leon Edwards was awesome.
Yeah, man.
He's a lot more talkative now.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see it because he's an interesting guy, but for some reason a lot of fighters, when you put a camera on them, they kind of quieten down. Like Darren Stewart the other week.
Yeah.
Like he was so talkative when we were watching the fights, but then as soon as we were filming, he kind of quietened down a little bit. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, he was still in that place where he had time for everyone. There's quite a few people. I mean, you had it all weekend with people queuing up and waiting to speak to you and all the rest of it. And obviously, you've always had that, and you've been good with it. But I've seen fighters in the past mug people off, or like they've got to a certain stage and been a bit ignorant or a bit rude. It was nice. I mean, we caught up with Rocky a couple of times. Obviously, he already knows the Raptors from London Fight Week.
I don't think he does.
From Crime
Of course he
Watch.
does.
He knows them
He's
from
your boys
Crime
now.
Watch.
Yeah.
Fucking trouble causers.
Yeah, there they are. They're the
Both
ones
of
that set that pant cam up in my locker room.
Pant cam.
Can you wear these slides for me? What cameras it? Nah. Wear this skirt. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
He has
it was
got a
nice
bit of
to
a
see him.
fetish about being tapped out by fighters, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him. Well, I had to take all the pictures.
I like
I kindly took the pictures of John Jones for him. And then when he tagged me in a post on Sunday evening, of all the pictures I sent him, he chose to use the one where my fucking eyes are closed. So I'm stood there looking like an absolute fucking length. But next to everyone else, and they're all like, yo, part of the crew, fam. And I'm like, fucking gimp.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Of course it was intentional. It's the last time I ever sent you any pictures.
Well, you should check them.
No, not after I've not slept for 4 days. No, that's not fair.
Oh man, we're going for a walk tomorrow, aren't we?
We're going to go for a wander.
That's what we're going to do tomorrow. So if orders are a day late, we apologise.
Up to nowhere.
We just need a day off.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Without
We need a
anyone
day
asking
off.
me for a bag or a t-shirt or a Nalgene or a, what's this? What's them coffee mugs?
They're coffee mugs.
Have a fucking guess, my bro. Looks like a coffee mug, feels like a coffee mug.
How many people asked you if it was free? Are these
All
free?
of them.
Are
All
these
of them.
free?
One dude walked past, he was like, yo, are these free from? And I was like, can I have your t-shirt? And he's like, what is it? I was like, can I have your shirt? He's like, no, this is my shirt. I was like, yo, these are mine, fuck off. Play the game, dickhead. It's £20, it's not hard, and it wasn't expensive. And most people were very sound, and they got involved, and they bought the cool shit, and we managed to give a load of stuff away, which was nice.
We did give loads
But
away.
it was fucking bonkers, the amount of people that just walking past, and like, the thing is, with Full Reptile, without going all corporate, everything we make ourselves. So it's either organic or ethically sourced and all the rest of it. And the things like the coffee mugs, we have hand engraved locally. So that sort of shit isn't made cheap in China and we've got like 1,000 coming over. We make like 10 at a time. So they cost us about £7 to make. So I was selling them for 10, which when someone comes up and goes, oh my God, Dan's my hero. He's changed my life. I would never be the man I am without him. And it's like, do you want to buy a coffee mug? So how much is that? It's like 10 quid. So, oh no, leave that. I'll have a picture. What? You can have a picture. It's free with every purchase of a coffee mug. You fucking shitbag. And I like the excuse to be able to give people stuff for free. So if people start buying, then I'm like, yo, you want one of these key rings, pin badges? I'm all about that. But when someone just comes up and goes, freebie, I'm like, fuck off. No freebie for you. I hate it.
You've nailed your Birmingham accent.
Yeah, I've been there a bit longer.
Mystery
now.
as in his head.
I love it.
I was literally doing it in my head as well. Perfect.
Well, you're perfect.
All you have to do
Yeah.
is start the sentence with the word yam. Yam having a sandwich after this. It's not a word.
But yeah, but how many things do you say that are Midlands things that aren't words?
Fuck knows.
You say duck
I say duck a lot.
It's
What-
a real word, but the time in which you use it is not correct.
No, and Nana Barb, if you speak to your Nana, she's got the actual definition and reason as to why we call each other duck. I think it's derives from Duke. So if I call you duck, it's badass as fuck. So take it as a compliment.
I'd rather you call me Duke.
Duke, Sir Duke, Duke of Earl, Duke. It's a good song. There's a good remix with Duke of Earl and Cypress Hill. Look it up. It's really good.
All right.
But the other word, one of my colleagues that I used to work at Egg with, has started commenting on the full.
They should be a fucking sponsor. The amount of times you mention them.
They're fucking bankrupt, dude. You know the PPI claims and all the shit that you get phone calls of constantly. That's because I sold that shit. So it sank the ship. But he mentioned me. It's because I was there for 10 years, so I've got a few stories from that place. But he keeps commenting on the YouTube
like getting
channel.
disciplined for firing elastic bands at
Yeah.
colleagues. Yeah. Yeah, we heard that story.
Yeah, maybe I did that, and I forwarded an email. The biggest discipline I got was forwarding an email. We used to get these emails through, like, in the intranet. And basically, like, let's say you sent me a picture of... I don't know, it's one of the old MasterCard rip-offs. So it was like, t-shirt, £8. Night out in Birmingham, £7. And then there's a picture of a girl, and it's like, getting caught with a picture of your tampon string hanging out, priceless, right? So there was like, people would send them, and to be fair, because I'd been there a while, I had amassed a massive collection of these things. And there was fucking hundreds of them. And I was sat at my desk one day, and someone sent one over, and it had like 3 in it, these 3 little clips, and I was like, fuck you, I got like 100. Poof, sent it into the world. Fuck me. It spread like that film virus. About 2 days later, my mate ran over to me with like a horde behind him. And he was like, delete your emails quick. And I was like, what are you talking about? Delete my emails? How the fuck am I going to do that? By the time I'd bought my emails up, Tony had said to Tim, you best fuck off. And he'd gone and he went, do you want to come with me? And he had a wad of paper like this thick, which was every single email of every single priceless meme, right? Not on my phone or wherever. Sat me down and just started going through it. Do you think this is appropriate? Do you think this is appropriate? There's one where like someone had photoshopped a Inuit sat on the ice and a killer whale comes up. And it's like, it was absolutely fake as fuck. And she was like, do you think it's funny when someone gets killed by a shark? And I was like, and you know, when you get told off that much, you can't really go, it's a whale.
So
You've seen Free Willy, dickhead.
It's a photoshopped whale.
You're not seeing fucking Samu, knobhead. So I was, there's a lot of miles that I can get out of that place, which unfortunately it took a bit of my soul.
We'll get into the trading car parking spaces for porn.
That's very true.
We'll get into that another time.
That's true.
You've already given us one car park attendant bribe story today.
Yeah, the elastic band was another one that's true. But the reason I was saying was because Dan's commented on the YouTube channel saying Owen uses the word sempt a lot. And I didn't realise. When you said I was using the wrong kind of words, then maybe that's one of them. Sempt instead of seemed.
Sempt.
You seemed fucked this weekend.
Sempt. I was.
I felt fucked.
I was. What about Thiago Alves? Did you feel like he's done? Do you feel like it's ready for him to do
I didn't see Thiago Alves. What happened?
He didn't. He just didn't look like he wanted it. He just didn't look like he
didn't look like the pit bull. Didn't look ferocious.
I don't know. He just didn't go after it. The thing is, like, towards the end of the fight, when he realised that it was slipping away from him, he started to put his foot on the gas. And as soon as he started to be aggressive, he started to have some success.
That's what he always did. Look at when he did Matt Hughes with the knee.
It was like Aldo. I felt like he was fighting at a 5-round pace.
Yes, Aldo to me, and I said this to you on the day, and I don't envision this happening, but if there was ever a time when someone like me or a Raptor who said, right, you're going to fight Dan in the UFC, and you looked and you were like, I can do that, yeah, fuck it, no worries. And I then trained like a motherfucker, and then we had a fight, and I threw a load of shit, didn't land with anything, and you just stayed out of danger the whole time. Mm-hmm. And I kind of felt that's what Jose did. He seemed to... He backpedaled, he didn't really get caught with it, he never looked in any danger, didn't really throw a lot. There was a couple of times when he threw a couple of kicks that were like, yo, and he caught him with it, was it a left hand in the second?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, crack on. And he just seemed to go, there you go, fuck off. And then just backwards again. Mm-hmm. And it seemed to me, fuck me, I do say it a lot. It seemed to me that he just was like, yeah. Like the last fight, when he turned it on and came out, I was like, yo, I'm just going to fight in Brazil. I'm going to fucking give you guys a few more shows and that's it. I don't know if it was just the fight week that he was just like...
Yeah.
Volkanovski didn't look anywhere near as dangerous as he has. He looked outstanding against everyone else.
Yeah.
And he looked good enough to win and survive, but I don't think Jose was anywhere near...
So is he title shot, or do you give it to Frankie Edgar next?
I always like seeing the underdogs come through, man. I think Frankie's had 101 title shots and he's always deserved them, but I don't think there's any problem dropping Volkanovski or Johnny Walker in there. People like that are coming up that are just emerging, that have got that absolute hunger and fuck it desire, that there's no thought for their own safety. It's just a case of like, yeah, we fucking made it, man. We're gonna get there, and that to me is more interesting. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see Frankie again, but
I just feel like he
tired.
he took a gamble, didn't he, fighting Brian Ortega?
Bad gamble, wasn't it?
A bad gamble. And I kind of feel like he... I just want to see him fight Max Holloway. My concern is that Holloway's not going to be able to get back down to 45.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have said he looked massive at 55.
I think he almost looked the same. That was the problem.
Yeah. I think if you compare Max Holloway to his UFC debut when he was, 20? Or something like that.
19, 21.
Yeah. He just looks so much bigger. And it just doesn't make sense for him to stay in the same weight class his whole career.
No.
Because his body's going to grow and change.
But that almost seems like resting weight, which is a shame, because when you look at Poirier at 155 or whatever he went back up to after the weight cut, they look like year 7 and year 11 in school. Do you know what I mean? He just looks like a bigger dude, bigger kid. And I don't know. The thing is, with the title shots, I always like seeing the younger guys come in and having a go and then making that statement, like someone like Volkanovski. I'd be interested to see that.
So Volkanovski against Holloway next, and then...
That'd be fucking
That'll
sick.
be good.
But that's going to be hard. Look how long Holloway is, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch between Frankie Edgar, Brian Ortega, I'll be honest.
If I was Frankie's wife, I think I'd be like, don't do that.
Yeah, but then what's worse, fighting Brian Ortega or fighting Max Holloway?
I
mean, I guess the reward's higher if he's fighting Holloway, but I would say Holloway beats him up worse.
Yeah.
If Holloway wins.
Mind you, he went up against Benson Henderson, and when Benson Henderson was in his absolute prime, and I think, to be fair, out of the fights that they fought and Benson got the win, I think at least one of them Frankie won as the decision went. I know there was that filthy up kick, if you haven't seen it, but it's... I think Frankie always looked good then, but he's got a few more miles on the clock now, man. And taking that was it an uppercut or a knee? Something that lifted him off the uppercut. Lifted him off his feet like a cartoon punch.
You get hit with an elbow and then an uppercut. I think it was the elbow that stunned him. The uppercut knocked him out.
Yeah, it wasn't nice to see that, especially with Frankie. I like Frankie.
Yeah. Go back and watch the first fight on the night.
Okay.
There was a I'm gonna fight Disciples, butcher her name. I know I am. Viviane Araujo.
Viviane Araujo.
That's it.
She's a killer.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
She'd taken the fight on short notice. She'd come up 2 weights, so she was a strawweight fighting at bantamweight, and she was wicked fast.
Oh, good.
I mean, ripped, shredded, like BodyPower ripped, shredded.
Yeah.
But like super fast, good everywhere, and landed a wicked knockout.
Nice.
Definitely worth a watch.
Well, I will definitely watch that.
What else was there? What other fights were
Bellator,
there?
man. What are you saying about MVP and Nima?
That was weird, right?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a... I just don't think he was going to step in there. I think he expected he was going to have some space.
Yeah, for real.
Maybe he thought Lima was hurt more than he was.
That stumble kick, weird. I think MVP looked like he was setting himself up for something else, and Lima was just so reactive with that little kick.
Yeah.
But it was almost like when he twisted his neck the way he did, I thought he might walk off at that point.
Just a glance, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know he cracked him twice more, but you know when you've seen on the side of the motorway like those super wave handshaking men that are like advertising like a tube of air.
Inflatable tube.
Yeah,
man.
what's
Wacky
the
inflatable tube man.
No,
hey there, it's a wacky inflatable tube man.
Yeah, that's on Family Guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Al Harrington.
Yes.
I don't know why I remember that shit.
You say I'm wound.
I know you are.
Wrong. Well, imagine turning one of them off at the end of the night and how it drops.
Yeah.
That's kind of how MVP dropped. And
it was kind of curled
just
over.
his arm started going, no more. Like you dropped a piece of spaghetti on the floor. So I felt for him, man.
But at least he was fighting a good level fighter. I mean, it would have been far worse if he got caught by somebody of a lower level. Because I don't think it ruins his hype or anything like that.
No, not at all. Everyone wants to see him come back.
I think it makes him look more human, absolutely. But I don't think it changes anything as far as what people think he's capable of.
No. Well, I mean, Jimmy's obviously trained with him a bit, and Jimmy showed
always
us,
talks highly.
And Jimmy was like, "Yo, this guy is legit," and he just got caught, and unfortunately,
happens.
I mean, yeah, we know it happens to the best of guys. But that was interesting. Pitbull Chandler was interesting.
I didn't see that. So,
Man.
but where does that leave Lima now? I'm not.
I
tuned into
don't
the
know.
Bellator
I
rankings.
literally don't know. I don't know if Rory's going to retire. I don't know if Tito's going to come back.
What about Rose saying she wants to do something else? We've talked about that, haven't we?
Yeah, but
I think I've got sunstroke.
I think you have got a little bit of sunstroke. See, there's the sunstroke.
Yeah, I'm out of it.
Man, but I don't know what else there was on. What else was there fight-wise? Bellator.
think that was it.
That was it. Yeah, Paige. Paige.
That
Paige
butterfly. Watch that butterfly, man.
Paige didn't do anything.
Kill a
just
butterfly.
tried
Bleeding
bikinis.
it away.
That's nice of you.
Let me see if
Oh,
my
you
phone is
had-
cooled down. Now.
Did you had some notes, didn't you?
I have.
See,
got
I knew that we were going to run into technical issues doing it outside.
Yeah,
You
go.
were all gung ho about it, sitting out here drinking your coffees and your protein drinks,
Oh,
thinking,
I asked
yeah,
you.
we got to do it outside.
Are we drinking the
peer
pro-
pressure, man? It was 3-1.
I was
I'm
like,
not
what
gonna
do you want to
disagree.
do, Dan? You're like,
Hey,
whatever, man.
This, I'm
Slim said to
This
me
is
when
not
I
a
got here, he said,
dictatorship.
you want to do this fucker outside?
Right?
Or I'm
Pressure
going to
the-
fuck you up. That's why he took me to one side. He said, I know you got me to go and see John Jones privately and got me to the front of the queue. I really appreciate it, dickhead, but you fucking don't go outside.
Is that right?
Yeah, he always does it, man.
Are they
Is
pressured
that-
us into it? Was this a group meeting?
Yeah, well, no.
I
think they worked out on the way here and now they're acting all innocent.
Maybe they've
But-
started having production meetings.
Yeah, fuck, imagine you could put this out and say it's got any sort of meeting.
These feel more like production meetings than shows, though. to
What
be
did you
honest.
do throughout the week? I made stupid notes of shit that I thought of at the time. One of which I'll just let you into my brain
Is
very
your phone
briefly.
working now?
Yeah,
Do you want to put it under my umbrella?
yeah. So
It's like the Arctic under my umbrella. It's
on the
beautiful.
expedition.
That's it.
So one of the things that makes that jumped into my brain early last week after we recorded was I was having a piss
Is that relevant?
and at the back of the toilet
Oh,
it
it is
says
relevant.
Armitage Shanks and I was like, you don't see that name very often, Armitage, because it's normally named after you're like Thomas Rowe or whatever. No one's ever called their kid Armitage since then, have they?
Has
Do you
that
reckon
been
it was
a
a
name?
name?
Has that ever been a name?
I don't know. I need to know.
Armitage?
I
Nah.
don't think it has ever
Let us.
been a
I
name.
think it
Hang
has.
on, hang on. Before you wrote that in your phone, did you search Armitage to see
No,
what it means?
I don't need to back it up. That's what I'm saying. There's no production meeting. It's just, do you know anyone called Armitage?
I know nobody called Armitage.
Armitage
know.
Shanks. It's normally that's how they used to do it, innit? They used to name stuff after like themselves.
Yeah,
I'm not
but-
saying William Crapo, the guy who invented the toilet. I'm saying the guy who did the porcelain,
Nah.
Mr. Shanks. There's got to be a
Maybe.
Mr. Shanks out there.
Maybe it's two last names. Maybe Armitage and Shanks are the tag team, like Hardy Warled.
They're just like boys.
Like, yeah.
And they were like, let's
Like-
just mash it up.
They were- No, like two like
Armitage and
partners,
Shanks.
like Hardy Warled.
So it's still a name though.
Like that's Hardy Warled, Armitage Shanks.
I'm gonna call my next dog Armitage. He'll have a nickname
Armitage.
within seconds,
He
so
will.
it won't matter. Okay, so who did I need to tell you about?
It was good you put that note in your
This is
phone.
what I'm just letting you into my brain. Just letting you into my brain real quick, because that's going to buzz around tomorrow when we're on a walk, and it's going to be Armitage Shanks.
Oh,
Armitage
okay.
Shanks.
All right. I'm grateful that you mentioned it then.
There you
so we
go.
can have a peaceful walk tomorrow.
Proper waft. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm looking through this. So, a couple of bits back to Body Power. One of them was Dean Truman, current Cage Warriors champ, and personality to boot. We got there on.
His takedown defense was wicked this
It
morning.
was, man. It was, and
Carry on.
I saw him kick someone in the face, and they got pretty pissed. But it was interesting at the same time. We were stood there, and we're all gathered around. We were trying to work out parking and passes and all the rest of it. Dean chirped up, and he said, "I've got a tip for you, my duck," because he's very Ilkeston.
Very Ilkeston.
Very Ilkeston. And he was like, "All right, you. I got a tip for you for parking." I was like, "Go on." He says, "You know, if you do it online, you save £4." Now that is a working man. And if he's not your
the champ.
if he's not your favourite fighter now for being a champ and trying to save you £4,
Booking
He don't
parking
fuck-
online to save him £4.
he
That
don't
is
want to
not-
fucking know you.
That's not champ kind of mentality,
Yeah,
is it?
it's
You know,
not,
when-
is it?
That's
Nah.
working man
Sorry.
mentality.
just you just pulled it up on the curb outside the venue. That's what he does.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Just chucks the keys to the nearest guy. Park
Yeah.
this dickhead.
It-
It's a
is
moped.
Is this not a reasonable place to park? It's the sidewalk.
So that was and he actually after that he tried to say to me, it wasn't me, it was my missus.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
Yeah, he did say it wasn't my idea, it was my missus. And I was like, it's going on the fucking podcast, mate. All right? I'm letting you know. There was a lady that was watching Polaris, and she looked like she'd just run a marathon and lifted something heavy and got dead proud and swole about it all. And she came home and she was watching the grappling, and she's like, "Oh, excuse me, what's this called?" And I was like, what they're doing, as in jiu-jitsu? And I didn't say the name, and she was like, yeah, exactly that. What's this called? And I was like, it's called Super Funky Monkey Dance. And she's like, oh, thank you very much, and just walked off real quick. And I was like, oh shit, she's gonna go home and tell someone now that she watched Super Funky Monkey Dance. And I don't know if she enjoyed it or not. Hold on, this is it now. I've got the names that I needed to get, because we've already mentioned Faye the Grenade Blount, and the next one is Sam Oldham. Sam's a Olympic athlete, right?
Oh yeah.
Mate, his arms are fucking tonk.
Yeah, he
But-
was there doing Olympic ring stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah, like Cobra off the Gladiators, but better.
Stacked.
Yeah, stacked. Just like he's talking about doing was it a crucifix or some shit. She's like, yeah, you can hold that for a couple of minutes. He's like, no, you can't, you maniac. But it was one of the first times that you mentioned the podcast because he said to me, dude, this guy listens to the podcast. And I was like, yo, high five. So I had
That's loud, isn't it? Are we not?
Can't really.
Jesus.
how many children in that pushchair?
They got stone wheels.
Yeah, it's Fred Flintstone. It's Bam Bam. Bam Bam's going to school. Or is it Pebble? Hold on. Which one was
Pebble's the
that? Bam
girl.
Bam was. Bam Bam wasn't Fred's, was he? Was it Pebble that was Fred's?
Yeah, no. That was
Barney and Wilma had Bam Bam, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh fuck! Just send in the answers because we don't know. Stop saying things like.
You've got
Sampton
heat stroke.
Scene.
He's
I
got heat
fucking
stroke
have, man.
now.
It's kicked in.
Go
So,
on.
Anyway,
Go on. We need to wrap this because I'm
you-
cooking here.
Yeah, because he was on about the podcast. I was like, right, one of the questions I'm going to ask Dan this week, which is very random, and I've got a reason for it, is who's the most famous person that's ever stolen a chip off your plate? Potato chip, French fry for overseas, worldwide listeners. And he was like, oh man. And he didn't look at me and be like, you fucking idiot, that's a stupid question. He went straight into, let me process this. He says, who's the most famous person to stole a chip? He says, I'm not sure about that, but I did once go into McDonald's and order 200 nuggets, kind of casual like, and he was well proud.
Yeah.
Gave him a high five. Fucking respect to the
Well,
man.
they have the free McDonald's on in the Olympic Village, don't they?
Is that what they do?
That's what it is.
Imagine
So he
bossing
didn't
that
pay
though.
for 'em.
Have
I
a
mean,
double
he just-
cheeseburger, large fries, strawberry milkshake, 200
Yeah,
nuggets.
and then they threw them at each other.
Oh, man.
That's what they did with them.
I
They
would
didn't
catch
order them
them
to eat
all
them.
day.
Although I don't think McNuggets are to be eaten, really. I mean, it's
I don't know.
it's not real food, is it?
Ash. 99% ash, apparently.
Is that
Yeah,
is
so it
that
says-
right?
That's what it says on The Simpsons.
99% Ash.
Yeah. 1% Chuck.
Who's Ash?
Yeah, who is that? Faye the Grenade said the most famous person to ever steal a chip off her plate was her dog, Denzel. Shout out to Denzel, who's a staffy.
Has he got his own Instagram?
Handsome boy. No, but I think
like Bonnie de Dente.
after I showed them Bonnie de Dentes, they were like, oh, look at him. They really like that. So I think Denzel might be coming up on the Insta feed, so watch out for him. So who's the most famous person that stole a chip off your plate, or a French fry, or stole your food?
I can't think. Probably Frank Mir. He always used to steal food off me.
Really?
Yeah,
Straight in there.
always.
No bother.
Or no bother at all.
Okay.
Didn't even, but you're not going to argue with Frank Mir, are you? He'll twist your arm up your back.
Yeah, no, I
Just
probably wouldn't.
snap it off like a chicken wing.
I'd be like, hey, look, there's an AK-47. He'd be like, what? Run like fuck!
No, if you see an AK-47 near Frank Mir, he's probably carrying it.
Yeah, about to say.
I used to call him Tackleberry. Most people don't know that. When I used to train with Frank Mir, I used to call him Tackleberry because he used to have to disarm himself before sparring. Like, he had at least 3 guns on him and 2 knives at all times.
Did he have a little old lady,
Always.
Mrs. Feldman, with him? Do you remember on, was it Police Academy 3?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas she was like, hey, Tack, give me the gun. And she
Yeah.
goes, fight. Yeah, that's a reference to Police Academy if
There
you've
we
not
go.
seen it, if you're old as
Tackleberry.
shit.
There we go.
Well, the most famous person that I was in the presence of stealing chips off my friend was Randy Couture when we did the
okay.
book signing. He sat there, we were having this Japanese meal, everything was dead cool. Randy Couture's literally sat there and I was like, oh my God, I've got to ask a good question. I sat straight opposite him, and next minute, China had ordered some chips, and we're just all eating away, and Randy just leant over in one of his many scarves.
He has got a nice
I
selection
think he
of
changed
scarves.
his scarf about 8 times during this meal.
He's a modern man.
And he just
Got a
leant
selection
over.
of scarves.
He
Handful.
like man-poured the bowl and just pulled it to himself and just started nailing them. And,
Yeah.
I looked at China and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
just stole your chips.
So
bro.
what was your good question? Why the fuck have you just taken
Why
my
the fuck are you
chips?
taking my bro's chips,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
Put them back.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
the most-
China, call Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Cole Bright, have a word. Come put them hands on his head. I used to go to a chip shop in Derby because the machine there, the arcade machine, was 20 pence as opposed to the arcade that was 50 pence. And I was, like I mentioned before, very poor. So we used to go to the taxi rank next door to the chippy to play the arcade machines. And so I went in, Macklin Fish Bar, went in there, grabbed my pea mix, which is chips and mushy peas, fucking brilliant. Took it in, and my mate's playing on the game, and I'm just sat there eating away, and the biggest fucking shadow is cast across me and my friend, and we turn around, and no bullshit, Mark Morrison walked in and just took half of my.
Did the
he's
Mac
like-
return?
The Mac returned to Derby to get a
Turn up
taxi.
the Mac.
It is so.
Return my fucking chips, man.
Yeah, for real, bring them back. Like, he literally like, easy man, can I have a chip? And I was like, yeah, and he just, his hands were like a shovel. He just went,
One of those claw machines.
yeah, like a claw
Although he
machine
didn't
that
drop 'em.
worked
Yeah.
and fucked off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the most famous person that ever
Wicked.
stole one of my chips.
The Mac.
Motherfucker. That's it. I don't.
We all good?
There's probably other stuff on my phone,
Yeah.
But I feel
I
like
need
I'm
to
slurring my
rehydrate.
words.
Yeah, well, I think we need to rehydrate.
Yeah.
I think the Raptors knew this was a good idea to put us outside, so we'd slowly start to slur.
They've
and
turned to
shut
stone.
down.
I didn't realise the sun would be a problem.
No, it's not a problem.
No, we can sit through it for a bit longer if you want. I don't think there's
All right,
anything
let's
else I
wrap
need
it
to tell
there.
you.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Thank you for listening. Thanks for coming to Body Power for all those that did. Thanks to the Raptors for cooking us slowly in the sun today.
Thank you for everything.
And we'll see you next time.
There you go. Take.